11. Licensing music for advertising. Music is an essential part of advertising. Any scene lives or dies by the music by which it's accompanied. Music licensing in the ad, radio, and TV industries is extremely competitive. For every hour on air, 15 to 20 minutes are typically spent on commercials. Starting out, who's who? So you want to become one of those people interrupting a show with your amazing music and get paid for it? Okay, let me help you with that. Let's start with who exactly you need to talk to for song placement opportunities in advertising. Music production houses. First up, music production houses. These production companies custom compose original music for ads. With that being said, you actually need to be able to really compose music for this strategy to be applicable. Production houses typically have a constant stream of potential work, and they not only use in-house producers, but also maintain a network of independent producers they can subcontract projects to. Making friends and creating a network proves to be one of the most effective strategies for success. Making it into a production house is challenging, but once you're in, it can prove rewarding by providing you with a steady flow of projects. Aside from networking, you can also try to contact a production house and show them your goods. Send a sample of your original composition synced to a real commercial to show them that you have what it takes. Use the same approach to pitch music production companies as you use with music supervisors. To summarize, here are some specific actions you could take. 1. Be able to really compose music, fast and in high quality, not just torture yourself through 3 notes over the course of a week. Remember, this isn't just about writing a song with a hook, but about real compositions and arrangements. 2. Network yourself into the right circle. 3. Sync original music over an existing commercial. Share the finished project with a music production house. Advertising agencies. Now let's turn to advertising agencies. It's common for these agencies to work through other entities to secure music for their clients, such as the previously mentioned music production houses or music supervisors. But that's not to say that they're closed off entirely to secure music directly from a music publisher or band. In fact, some ad agencies pride themselves on finding an underground band or hidden gem of a song on their own. Who do you need to target to make this strategy work for you? You want to go after the head of music, creative director, account manager, head of broadcasting, and the advertising producer, also just called the producer. Depending on the size of the ad agency, the creative director might only get involved at a later stage, so you might want to focus on the others first. There are, of course, more people you could reach out to, but these are good targets to start with. Note, in our guide, we have done the work for you and already researched and listed these contacts and made sure they have a media budget that invests in music. You won't find this info in any other music supervisor guide or directory. When sending your music to ad agencies, some music supervisors suggest that positive, non-specific songs work best. They can be more easily placed. It's best to send in music that is neutral but enthusiastic. Be prepared to discuss cross-media rights for your music, as ad campaigns are often running across multiple mediums. Because of that, you may not be ready to go in this direction alone and prefer to hand it off to a music publisher who can A, squeeze every little penny out of it, or, in other words, negotiate better. B, handle all the legal paperwork, aside from also handling the royalty administration in foreign countries. C, really push for your song if it makes the final selection. Again, in summary, here are some specific actions you could take when it comes to approaching ad agencies directly. 1. If you're a band or an artist, invite appropriate contacts of an ad agency, mentioned above, to your shows and give them the VIP treatment. They might just show up and love your music for a specific ad they're working on. 2. If you're a publisher or an artist or songwriter or producer who's self-published, get in contact with the same key contacts mentioned above and send out CDs or links with your music for review. When you make contact, make sure to tell them that you're able to clear all the rights and paperwork for a quick clearance. It might also be a good idea to check out the latest ads that typically list credits on who is in charge, so you know what projects your contacts have worked on in the past. This way, you already have a sense about the type of music they like to pick or what types of ads they work on. We also list some of their credits in our guide to get you started. A little preparatory work lets you know if they've worked on baby diapers or Volkswagen ads. That way, you can make a good judgment on who's likely to torture themselves through your heavy metal songs. Music supervisors. Now let's turn our attention to our beloved music supervisors. It's not uncommon for ad agencies to have in-house music supervisors, sometimes referred to as head of music, who will go out, search, and clear appropriate music. Sometimes ad agencies will also outsource this task to independent music supervisors. Not all music supervisors work on ads. Some focus just on film, TV, or video games, while others may work on a combination. Again, here are some specific actions you could take. 1. Contact music supervisors and ask them if they also work on ads. If so, make sure to get on any project requests to suggest your songs. We've done the research for you as we did with the ad agencies, so we'll tell you how and who to contact and in what frequency in our guide. 2. Be Sherlock Holmes. Do some detective work and try to find credits for specific ads listing the name of the music supervisor or person in charge of the music. You may only locate the composer credit. They, in turn, could suggest whom you should get in contact. It's not the easiest way, but it's worth a try. Music publishers. The good thing about a music publisher is they can do everything on your behalf, for a percentage of your publishing and licensing fees, of course. The disadvantage is that your smaller catalog could get lost and that you need to constantly follow up with your publisher to remind them of your music. Here are the actions you could take. 1. Make sure you work with a music publisher who's active in licensing across film, TV, ads, and video games. Look at their track record, and you might even reach out to current clients to see how well they are able to work their music for licensing opportunities. 2. Make sure you follow up with your music publisher regularly to ask them if they've tried to place your music for any specific opportunities. They might also tell you about a specific trend they see, which may influence the type of music you want to compose. For example, she could say, "Trip hop with a little bubblegum pop is the latest rage for baby blanket ads. We desperately need more." Okay, maybe not. 3. At the very least, if you don't want to work with another music publisher, consider self-publishing, so that music supervisors will be sure to get all the paperwork done reliably without having to prepare extra documents that would otherwise rob you of the opportunity to get your music placed in an ad. This is a fairly good option if you know that you'll be proactive about placements yourself and you can save yourself on having to split some of the income. Stock music libraries and freelancing sites. A more modest approach to getting into the advertising industry with your music is doing various freelancing jobs for small ad campaigns, including online videos and so on. In other words, cheaper companies, Some companies will not be able to afford music and rights to artists' creations provided by agencies and production houses, so they might ask for help on various projects. Freelancing websites, such as Freelancer and Odesk, provide many jobs for freelancers. Another approach is to post your ready-made material for licensing on stock music libraries. Something like Audio Jungle, Getty Images, formerly Pump Audio, and many others may pick up your music for smaller ad campaigns or video projects. Though it's usually hit or miss, since agencies tend to shy away from music libraries for fear of not having exclusive rights to a track on a specific campaign. It would be totally uncool to have Mercedes feature the same song in its ad as Toyota. Here are some specific actions you could take. 1. Check out projects listed on the various freelancing websites to get your feet wet and to build up your resume. Don't expect to be paid a large amount of money. If it's a project that would be good to add to your resume, consider doing it for free if you can. 2. Look for stock music library websites that license music and prepare to send in your music. Note that getting into the library might take some time, but provides another outlet for you to earn some money. Key takeaways. If you can compose quickly and in high quality, consider targeting a music production house. It could lead to composing music for an advertisement. Make contacts at ad agencies, with music publishers and music supervisors to find out about advertising projects. When pitching, remember to pitch positive, non-specific songs. Consider freelancing and stock music libraries to make your start breaking into music licensing for advertising.